Do you give free rein to supersize and grow your business? Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Give free rein is our contribution related idiom for today, and it means, of course, it originated in horseback riding when the reins are how you steer and control and speed up and stop the horse. If you've ever ridden a horse, you know this and have had experience with it. It's how we get the horse to do what we want. But if you give your horse free rein, it means you let loose of the reins and you let the horse decide how fast it's going to go and in what direction. Now, do you do this in your business? As you're building and growing and supersizing your business, do you give individual partners and individual employees and team members the freedom to create what it is that you want with your business in a way that works best for them? Are you building on everybody's strengths, or are we having a strict set of guidelines, processes, and procedures that everybody feels? And the right answer depends on what your business is, what works for you, etc. Every business is different, but there are things that work in every business as well. Researching this topic led me down a trail of ethics and ethics training, and so sometimes when we give people a lot of freedom, they use it in ways that isn't necessarily best for the organization. Usually they'll optimize what's best for themselves and their careers, but not necessarily take into account, if they're not owners in the business, the impact it could have in the business. All of the biggest business scandals that we've seen have been when usually good performers or superstars or people that believe that they're superstars in a business get too much freedom, too much power, and they go unchecked for too long until, of course, some third outside regulatory association or law enforcement comes in and says, okay, this is wrong. You've been getting away with it, but it's totally wrong. And you're now going to jail, and so are the people that hired you because they didn't pay attention and they looked the other way when you were doing things that are questionable. So I guess my question for you today is, do you have ethical standards and ethics training in your organization? And it should include things like harassment, fraud, conflict of interest, money laundering. Not many of us are exposed to money laundering. Gifts and entertainment, competition, interacting with third parties, the press and media, etc. Social media should probably be part of your ethics training as well as other concerns that might come up. So I don't have currently, and maybe that's why I thought and went down this road, ethics training in any of the organizations or businesses I've been involved in. In corporate America, we had very stringent policies and procedures for all of these things that come under ethical questions. And it was important, and the bigger your organization gets, it's important that the culture and the ethics match that of the owner and what the owner wants it to be, right? So if I want my business to make the world a better place, all of my training around ethics and beliefs and systems and processes and procedures in each of the areas we just talked about, it's going to match the ethics and the rules and regulations that we want for our organization. And people, if they don't like that, then they can go do business with someone else. So curious today, do you have an ethics training for your organization, for your business? I guarantee over the next few months I'll be creating it for the organizations that I interact with, and it'll become an audit question on the people I work with, only because I don't want to see good companies and good people that I work with get in trouble because they overlooked something or because they focus too much. And it's really tempting in growth phases of our business as we're growing and supersizing to let things slip and slide. But whenever we let things slip and slide, it's very quickly that good people leave our organizations and the people with questionable ethics and behaviors stay. I actually worked for a couple of companies in corporate America where I ended up leaving because their business practices and their beliefs and their philosophies didn't match mine. The biggest one was I believe we should under-promise and over-deliver. And I was working for a company at one time that the sales organization, the sales department for that company ran the show because everything, according to the owners, it was a privately held company, was sales, sales, sales. And unfortunately, they promised customers things that it was a manufacturing company that we were not technically capable of creating and manufacturing. And sometimes it's okay to stretch your capabilities, But to outright lie to people, that doesn't work, and it didn't match my beliefs. So I ended up going and getting another job. So, love to know your experience with giving free rein. Have you been given free rein? I think that's the reason a lot of us start our own businesses, is because we want more freedom, and we want free rein to create the organizations we want to see in the world. All right, have an awesome day. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow with another contribution-related idiom for the month of July to coincide with the annual challenge this year. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.